Shalom, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Karkadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citation you can teach all truth and sincerity. Um, this is going to be called Eating Pork is Wicked. So I have this article I'm going to read. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I'm just going to read I'm just going to read as much as I can in this article, and then I'm going to go to the scriptures. So this is called Why is Pork Bad for You? A Biblical Perspective. It says, why is pork bad for you? People always ask me about the safety and cautionary wisdom to take when eating pork and other pig products. I was raised following many of the Jewish, because that means like a Jew, because they're not really the true Jewish people, the true Jews, you know. But anyway, it says the Jewish, which that means like, so they're like the Jews, but they're not really the true Jews. Cultural foundation with the intentions to live as Yahushua had lived. For this reason, I have never consumed pig products. And it says, for this reason, I have never consumed pig products. My parents had taught me this practice, and so I listened back then. Now, as an adult, I have researched the biblical practices and nutritional and toxicity reasons. I am convinced that there is valid scientific reasoning why pork is bad for you. My personal health philosophy is to honor God with my mind, body, and spirit by consuming maximal nutrition and minimal toxins. I have learned to not endorse the consumption of pig meat. Following much research into biblical principles and the detoxification system of pigs and their intrinsic animal nature, pigs function much like trash cans, in that they will eat anything they find. Yeah, a pig will eat a dog, a pig will eat a rat, a pig will eat poop, any poop. You know, a pig is basically a trash can. It cleans up after it cleans up messes, it cleans up carcasses, it cleans up dead things. You know, if you want your landfill to stop smelling, put a pig in there, and the pig will eat up the stuff that's dying there, the stuff that's poop there, that's making the place smell bad. He'll eat all the rats that are there. You know, a pig, honestly, a pig is a trash can, like it said. Which explains one of the reasons why pig is bad for you. I also do not believe humans were originally intended to eat pig, and humans weren't originally intended to eat pig. This is the caution to the Hebrews about pig. It says, as discussed in the Bible, the Hebrew people avoided pig products and pork as a dietary belief, which is true. Pigs are an unclean meat, stated by Leviticus, because they do not chew their cud. Even today's research support that pigs are not fit for human consumption because of the high toxicity level they carry. Because pigs don't have sweat glands, so all the toxins are still in the meat. So whatever it eats, it keeps all the toxins from whatever it eats, and never sweats out the toxins that they consume. This is it's a passage from Leviticus 11:7. And the pig, though it has divided the hoof, does not chew the cud, it is unclean for you. That's Leviticus 11:7. I'm gonna get that, but That's in dietary law. We're not supposed to eat pig because it doesn't chew basically herbs, and it may have a divided hoof, but it's not a clean animal because it doesn't have sweat glands. It doesn't really break down its food. It carries on the diseases of that particular animal it ate. Whatever that animal died from, that pig still has it. You know. Um, the Hebrews were warned from the rational regarding their uncleanness from eating unclean food. Pigs are natural scavengers that will eat anything they come in contact with, are dirty animals. Pigs are well known to show cannibalistic behavior. They eat their own dead carcasses as well, consuming food, scraps, um, insects, their own fecal matter. Pigs are even known to kill and eat their own young, which that's true and common amongst dogs, other animals that they kill and eat their young when they're hungry, or if someone touches their child, they eat it. If a human touches them. Um, It says pigs scavenge and harbor parasites, and this is probably the last thing I'm gonna read. It says it should be well expected that pigs harbor large cons- concentrations of viruses and parasites because of the scavenger lifestyle. These pathogenic organisms create dangerous health complications. Pigs are the primary hosts of carriers of the following virus parasites: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is called meningococcal virus, hepatitis E virus, HEV, Nipah virus, Tenia solium tapeworm, PRRS, porcine reproductive respiratory syndrome. That sounds horrible. Significantly high concentration of Yersinia enterocolitica and other volatile microorganisms were found in 69% of all raw pork samples tested, as reported following Consumer Report investigation. 8. This microbe causes gastrointestinal stress, which leads to fever, possibly a fatal infection, which tells you why pork is bad for you. I'm gonna probably read this one. It says, as the Bible says, animals that chew the cud are called ruminants. Ruminants partially chew their food with its first swallow. These animals have a special digestive process in which 4 stomachs digest and regurgitate food for additional chewing. Cows, goats, sheep are examples of common ruminants. However, pigs are special in their digestive system, metabolize food very quickly in one stomach. The process only takes 4 hours. Compare this with a cow, which takes 24 to digest the food it has eaten. A longer time period further allows excess toxins to be removed. During the digestive process, toxins are not allowed at the time needed to be removed from a pig digestive tract. As a result, the harmful toxins are accumulated in fat cells, and the pig organism. Another detoxification strategy pigs lack is the ability to sweat. Pigs do not have sweat glands and were not intended to perspire. This lack detoxification method compounds in the buildup of pathogen pathogenic microorganism, environmental toxins into their system and the bodies of people who eat pig products. So that's it. I'm gonna go to Leviticus. It's Leviticus 11:7, and it says, "And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you." So the swine, the pig, is, like it said in the article, it doesn't have sweat glands. The toxins, it only digests all the food in one stomach, and it only takes 4 hours. Where the cows, the sheep, the goats, which are the ruminant animals, they have they digest food 24 hours, and they have a cleaner digestive tract. They eat herbs. They don't oxen, they eat herbs. They're a clean animal, but pigs are unclean because they eat whatever they want. They're scavengers. They eat dogs that are dead. They eat rats. They eat anything that they come in contact with. They don't have sweat glands. They keep the toxins that they consumed, and that's why they're unclean, because they're basically a trash can. I'm gonna read verse 8. It says, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you." They're basically a totally unclean animal. You can't turn an unclean animal into a clean animal, no matter how many times you pray over it. I'm gonna skip to 46. This is Leviticus 11:46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between unclean and the clean, between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. And pigs is a beast that we're not supposed to eat. Even though Esau puts pork and everything in the society, and our food is defiled. This place is defiled. All the food is defiled. The water is defiled. Everything's defiled, and the habits thereof. But honestly, if you see something has pork in it, or you at the table and people are eating pork, and it's not good to be eating that, because it causes high blood pressure. It causes all these different unknown diseases, like pig possibly carries hepatitis E, different diseases I read in that article. Some of them sound horrible, especially hepatitis E. But anyway, I'm gonna go to Malachi 3 and verse 6, because the Most High didn't change his mind on this. He didn't change. He's the same back then when he told Malachi this, and he's the same now with this law on pigs being unclean. This is Malachi 3 and verse 6. It says, "I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed." So the Most High didn't change his laws, statutes, commandments. The law on the dietary law, he didn't change that. Just because you pray over the meat doesn't make it clean. If it's an unclean animal on the table being offered, then it's still an unclean animal, and you have no business eating it, no matter how much you pray over it. The reason why I mention how much you pray over, because them damn Christian church people always talk about pork ain't bad when it is. If you have high blood pressure, diabetes, if you have all those different diseases, you need to look at your diet, because our diet is horrible. It's totally horrible, and I can say for myself, I'm still trying to change my entire diet from. I don't eat pork, but my diet is not no better, and it needs to get better. It needs to be changed, and I'm gonna try to do that this coming year, because I can't continue having a horrible diet, and you know your temple is very important for your health. Your health within your body is really important. It will benefit you in the long run. That's all I have to say about that. But if you look at our diet in the so-called black community, so-called Latino community, so-called Native American community, our diet is horrible. Our people's diet is horrible. They eat badly, especially when it comes to pork, all these different seafoods that you shouldn't be eating, crab, lobster, shrimp. That's gross. And those are abominations. Well, yeah. Our diet is horrible, and Jake consume abominations, and they don't feel no type of way about it. And the only time they feel some type of way is when they're at the hospital, in the emergency room, with hypertension and bad knees and bad and high blood pressure, and then now they're asking the Lord for help with their pain. After they just finished eating a pork chop the night before. But anyway, I'm gonna read Isaiah 66 and 15. It's Isaiah 66 and 15. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." So when Yahushua comes back, he's going to come back to judge this place with fire. He's going to burn this place, with the thermonuclear destruction, with the laser beams from chariots. He's going to come and judge with fire. He's not going to be happy when he comes back, because this place is full of abominations and full of wickedness and abominations all over. It says, verse 16, "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead." I'll read verse 16 over again. "For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." So it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, a lot of judgment going on when Yahushua comes back. It says, "They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh and the abomination and the mouse, shall be consumed together, saith the Lord." So those that be eating swine, all these different abominable animals that are against the dietary law that the Most High set up, y'all gonna burn and die in the fire. Because so anyway, that's it. Pork is a wicked thing to eat, and you're gonna get judged by fire. You're gonna be burnt. So anyway, I'm gonna say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citation you I can teach all true sincerity and shalom.